channel. Today's video is going to be my week 1 budget check-in. It's actually going to go up before my sinking funds, debt and home funds video. I just got a little bit behind, but my sinking funds and debt video should go up tomorrow, which will be Friday the 9th. I'm hoping this is going to go up tonight, which is Thursday the 8th, but just wanted to let you guys know that that video will be going up. This is for my week 1, and as you know, if you watched my budget video, if you haven't, I'll leave it in the cards up above. But I changed things up and kind of how I did my budget, as we are budgeting weekly as well as monthly. So I've got my little paycheck budget here just for reference. But all of our bills that were meant to come out this week already have. So that included our council tax, our mortgage, our car payment, Spotify, EIS, which is my teacher union, and Audible, and our bed. I have paid my phone bill, but Thomas is not paying his phone bill until the 12th. So you'll see that when I show you my weekly budget. I just rolled over the amount for him. And our sofa did come out early, so I've ticked that off as well. But this is how our first week went. We did spend quite a bit out of our household fund because we had went away the previous weekend. No, that weekend. We went away that weekend and went to IKEA and things, so we spent a lot to do with that. But let's get into showing you how much we spent in each category. So I'm going to flip to here where my budget is all set up, and let's set up our weekly check-in page. So we will need our thin washi, our weekly check-in, and I always like to match my budget with my weekly check-in. So I'm loving the kind of space theme this month. So we'll pop down the big washi first, then our header, perfect, so like this, and I'm pretty sure I budgeted for 4 months, so let's check 1, 2, 3, 4 months, 4 weeks, yeah, 4 weeks. There's just a couple of days that go into the 5th week, but I'll just include them in week 4. So let's put down each of our weeks, and then we typically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. So those include food, petrol, household, eating out, and unbudgeted. So usually I do weekend to weekend for our budget in terms of weeks, but since I've started the weekly paycheck, it is a little bit different just because Thomas gets paid on a Friday. We've kind of done it that way. So I hope that makes sense, but it seems that that is the most logical way for us to work, just because that is when he does get paid. So I'm hoping this works out well. I'll obviously let you know at the end of this month if we found it easier or more difficult. Not sure if I spoke about this in my previous video, but Thomas was off one day during this week. He was not feeling very well, and I thought that was going to ruin our budget, because obviously Thomas's job, if he doesn't go into work, he doesn't get paid because he has to clock in. But he managed to work it out with his work in terms of like holidays and things, so we should be fine in terms of his pay, which is really good because I was worried about that. But let's just pop these lines in while we're here. But sometimes that's the most frustrating part with jobs that are kind of paid while you work, whereas because I get a salary, I get paid even if I have maybe a couple of days off, unwell. Let me know down in the comments if your job is like that, or are you like Thomas and you need to be at work in order to get paid. It just, for when you're unwell, it makes it really hard, and he felt terrible about having to take a day off, but he was really unwell and he really shouldn't have went back the Tuesday, but he did, just to make sure that we had enough money, resell. So our first week is going to be from the 1st until the 8th. If you're wondering why I'm not using my Erin Condren pen, it is because it's really starting to run out now. What I'm really sad about, I love these, well, I'm not sure if you can see it, it's the dual pens. It has the fine side and the medium. I love the black ones, but unfortunately I just don't have any extra money to get myself some new ones. I have been using some of the other colours, but in my actual budget planner I love to just use a plain black pen. So that's why I'm just using this kind of cheap felt pen. So yeah, so let's start with our categories. So we'll start with food. So that's our food shop. Then we have petrol. Household. Eating out. And unbudgeted. Perfect, so let's flick to our monthly view and add up everything we've spent. So we're first going to start with food, which is all of our purple labels. So we have none on this side, but we have 3 on the other. So let's just grab our calculator here, move this over. So the first one we have is Tesco's, which was £23.56. Next we have Aldi at £21.45. And lastly we had HelloFresh for Thomas at £28.34. So altogether we spent £73.35, which is over budget in terms of what I budgeted for weekly. I budgeted 70, but we're not over by much. And to be honest, that was us buying extras like chocolate for World Chocolate Day, which we did not need to get, but you know. So £73.35, and we budget a total of £280 per month. So we still have £206.65 remaining. So 206.65, and if I divide that by the 3 weeks, I almost put 4. The 3 weeks that's remaining, that leaves us with £68.90. So we're still roughly on track in terms of food. Next, let's look at petrol, and we only have one expense for petrol. Oh, forgot to tick that one off, which is for £40. So we're trying not to fill our car up as much, just because obviously I'm not working, so I'm not driving, and Thomas has been taking holidays. So I wonder how our petrol is going to go this month, just because of those things. So £40, and we budgeted a total of £120 for the month. So minus the 40 leaves us with 80. And if we divide that by the 3 weeks that's left, that leaves us £26.70 per week. I'm hoping that we don't actually have to put petrol in our car until the 3rd week, but we'll see how that goes. Next is household, which is one of our big categories. So I've got them here. So we've got home bargains for £10.94, and we actually set up like a little laundry cart. If you follow me on TikTok, you will have already seen it. If you don't, head over for my TikTok, which is also Life with Kate's, and give it a like and give it a little comment to let me know that you came from my YouTube. But I showed my little laundry cart on there, and I am obsessed with it. Next we had Poundland. I actually went and got some new containers for our cupboard. And lastly we had IKEA, which is where I got the majority of the things for our little cart. So we had those, and lastly I bought stickers to like put on our glass bottles for our laundry cart, so for scent boosters and softener and things like that. So altogether we spent a total of £96.13. And our total for the month for household is £150. I upped it just because I knew I wanted to do this cart. So we still have £53.87 remaining. And dividing it by the 3 weeks that's remaining, that leaves us with £17.96 per week. Next, let's look at eating out, and we did actually not bad in terms of eating out. So we had TGI's at £19.04. That is when we were away. We nipped over there, and we had pizza on the Sunday at £17.60, which brings our total to £36.64. And I'll show you in a minute. In our weekly budget, I actually budgeted £40 for the week, which shows that we are doing not too bad. I know that some people still think £36 is a lot in a week, but I guess if you went maybe out for lunch or dinner, it would be way more than that. So I did budget £150 for eating out, so we still have £113.36 remaining. 11336, and if I divide that by the 3 weeks that's remaining, that leaves us with £37.80, which is just roughly a little bit more than what we've spent this week. So if we keep going the way we were this week, then we are on track. And lastly, we have unbudgeted, and we did have one unbudgeted expense. So what would happen is we budget for Spotify, and usually we pay $13.99 for a dual Spotify account, so for myself and Thomas. I don't really use Spotify, I don't really listen to music in the car, I listen to my Audible books, but Thomas uses it, so I thought that I was being clever and I downgraded the account to just the normal one, so the $9.99 one. But what I didn't know is that the account was in my name, so it was only my account that stayed and Thomas's didn't. So I cancelled my account, Thomas took out a new one, but we still ended up paying twice just for this month. For starting next month we should save, like, I know it's only about £4 or something, but we should save money. But this month, that was my fault, it was a little blunder, so we ended up paying Spotify twice, which is the $9.99. So we have that here. So $9.99, and then put that in as a minus, the total remaining, and we'll have none remaining per week because we don't budget for that. So that is how our first week looks in our kind of monthly view. We are doing quite well, our new system seems to be working. I am quickly going to show you the paycheck budget. So this was just my little sheet to show what we had been spending. I was keeping a little track of it. So as you can see, I've got our income. I hope you can see that. I think it might be a bit blurry, but I've got our income up the top for the first week. So I get paid my full monthly amount and Thomas got $290. So we got £2,212.32. This is all of the bills that were coming out in that time. The only ones that were different were Spotify, of course, went down to $9.99, and then phones, only I paid my phone, so it was $36.57, so that's why there's a change there, but the money will roll over for Thomas. We have our cash envelopes. We were over in food, we're £10 under for petrol, over in household and under for eating out. So overall we were under in our cash envelopes, which is good. The unbudgeted here is more, and I'll explain why. So we had a hot tub, and then unbudgeted in here we have the $9.99 for the extra Spotify payment, and also as you may notice, EIS, so my union, teacher union, is not on this week. I assumed it came out at the end of the month, so I have it in here for the week beginning the 23rd, but it came out before, so I put it on here as an unbudgeted, just so that the money rolling over makes sense, but it's not technically an unbudgeted my monthly because I did budget for it monthly, but in this week I put it in the wrong week. I hope that makes sense, but I worked it all out down here. So with our income minus our bills and expenses minus our cash and miscellaneous, we were left with £106.50 in our account, which I think we're like £1 under in our account, so I'm just going to add the extra £1 from my own savings just so that it works out. But that includes about £83 worth for Thomas's phone. Let me just double check. Yeah, so £84.30 of that has to go to his phone. So if we take that away, we're actually left with £22.20 to roll over, which is great because I thought we were only going to have £9.76. So we'll be rolling that over to start next week, and then we can start a full brand new page. Like I said, our sofa has already came out, and this is just a quick overview of how it looks. I've got only Thomas's weekly because he'll be the only one getting paid this week, our rollover, all the bills coming out this week, all of our cash envelopes, and a little place for miscellaneous. But as I said, if you head over to my Etsy, which is Life with Kate's Co, you can pick this printable up. It is obviously a lot nicer. It's pink and blue, and there's little decorations, but I just had no coloured ink in my printer. But even if you don't, if you just want the sheet, it will work just the same in black and white. It's just maybe not as pretty, but you can head over there and pick that up. I've also put up a July monthly, so this is just an example. This isn't one that I designed, but just something like this I like to write down either all of your bills if you're planning it out, if you don't have a planner, or I like to just do this as like a guide of when things are happening, when the bin's going out. I plan out all my videos, so you can head over there. Sorry, that was my phone. You can head over there if you'd like to pick any of these up, and also make sure to check me out on TikTok. I'll leave links to both my Etsy and my TikTok down in the description box down below. I'm trying to grow my TikTok and kind of combine it with my YouTube, so you can let me know on TikTok or on YouTube any video ideas for both platforms that you would like to see. But I hope this kind of gives you an overview of how our paycheck budgets are working. It seems to be working for the first week, especially for us, so I'm hoping that it continues. But that is everything for this video. That is my weekly check-in page all set up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below any thoughts and opinions, or just how your month is going. And yeah, I'll see you on my next video, guys. Have a magical day. Bye.